Hey everybody, welcome to NRG Stadium where North Carolina and Villanova punched their ticket to Monday night's national championship game. Here to break down those games, how they got here, Seth Davis from Sports Illustrated and TBS for this championship round. Seth, the first game, Oklahoma versus Villanova, was a historic blowout. What did you make of that one?
Well, it takes two to tango, and as good as Villanova was, Oklahoma was that bad. Buddy Hield going 1 for 8 from three-point range. Here's a guy who was a 47% three-point shooter during the course of the season. Oklahoma was ranked third in the country in three-point shooting, and there was that one spurt at the beginning of the second half. The Sooners came out of the locker room with great energy. They got some extra chances. They got some clean looks, and they could not convert. And then once Villanova started putting them away, they really put them away. Give Villanova tons of credit. Their collective toughness and their culture of toughness was huge in this game tonight and will be the number one thing that North Carolina has to deal with on Monday.
Well, let's talk about the Tar Heels as well. 83-66 over Syracuse, another convincing win for them and a string of them in the NCAA tournament so far. How do you like their chances going into Monday night's game?
Well, let's keep in mind, David, this is on pace to be the worst three-point shooting team in the history of North Carolina basketball. Now,
0 for 10 in the first half.
0 for 10 in the first half, and yet they were winning.
Yep.
And so what does that tell you? That tells you that if and when they do make some threes, that's just gravy. Whereas I think Villanova is going to have to make some threes on Monday night. North Carolina's size and their depth and their skill inside. Everyone fixates on how they shot from three-point range. They were 65% from two-point range in that game tonight. They are very efficient offensively and defensively, David, as we've all noted. They have really kicked up another level. I think it goes back to when they lost that game at home to Duke, where they understood, okay, our mental toughness and our energy on defense has to be at a higher level if we're going to go far. They are really firing on all cylinders. Going to be awfully hard to beat.
Talking to a couple players in the locker room the other day, they mentioned that game repeatedly and also the loss at Virginia. They had a chance to beat Virginia for the first time in 3 years. That would have wrapped up the ACC regular season title for them. They went back, they had a 3-hour film session after that game, started talking about what they could do with more defensive intensity. Let's look ahead to Monday night's national championship game. Who do you think has the early edge in this one?
Well, to me, it's clearly North Carolina. I mean, Villanova shoots, 71% from the floor tonight, and I'm kind of thinking they may have to shoot a little bit higher on Monday night because the Heels are so dominant on the glass. And that, to me, is what it comes down to. Not that Villanova can't win the game, but that North Carolina is operating on such a high margin for error. Now, Villanova's going to gang rebound, and Josh Hart and company, they're going to be rebounding with smaller players. So unless Daniel Oshefu and Daryl Reynolds and Mikal Bridges have the game of their lives, I just think they're going to be overmatched on the interior, and I think that North Carolina is going to win the game and get out of here with the big trophy.
Well, you've heard Seth Davis's pick. Stay with us on SI.com through Monday night's national championship game for all the best college basketball coverage. For Seth, I'm David Gardner. Thanks for watching.